Imagine stumbling across a dusty drawer filled with forgotten relics from the past and, tucked inside, a copper coin from 1927 bearing the humble image of Abraham Lincoln. At first glance, it may seem like just another penny, worn by time and use. But don't be fooled, this is no ordinary coin. The 1927 no-mint mark Lincoln Wheat penny is a piece of American history and a hidden treasure in the numismatic world. With an estimated market value of up to $6,400, this coin has captivated collectors due to its scarcity condition and symbolic place in the evolution of U.S. coinage. Minted in Philadelphia, this penny carries no mint mark, a subtle detail that can sometimes be overlooked but to seasoned collectors. It represents a critical identifier. In 1927, over 144 million Lincoln pennies were struck in Philadelphia. And although this may sound like a large mintage, the passage of time, circulation wear, and destruction of coins have made high-grade examples incredibly rare today, especially those that remain in uncirculated or mint state condition. Untouched by human hands for nearly a century, the design of the 1927 wheat penny remains one of the most iconic in American coinage. On the obverse, you'll find the profile of President Abraham Lincoln, a symbol of unity and leadership, designed by Victor David Brenner. This design marked a turning point in U.S. coinage history. It was the first regular issue coin to feature a real historical figure rather than the symbolic Lady Liberty. Lincoln's solemn, dignified profile was meant to reflect the seriousness of the Civil War and the values he upheld. The reverse of the coin bears two stylized wheat ears surrounding the denomination 1 cent, accompanied by the words United States of America. Above this is the Latin motto E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one. These inscriptions echo the themes of national unity and collective identity that were essential during Lincoln's presidency and still resonate deeply with collectors and historians alike. What makes the 1927 wheat penny particularly valuable isn't just its age or design, it's the condition and rarity in high grades that set it apart. Coins in circulated condition typically hold modest value, ranging from a few dollars to perhaps $50. But once you cross into the realm of MS-65 mint state 65 or higher, where the coin shows no signs of wear and maintains sharp detail and luster, the value skyrockets. In fact, verified auction sales of pristine 1927 wheat pennies have reached values exceeding $6,000, with some collectors willing to pay a premium for exceptional eye appeal or full red coloration. This is where professional grading becomes essential. Coins certified by grading agencies such as NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, PCGS Professional Coin Grading Service, provide authentication and a numeric grade that boosts buyer confidence and market demand. A 1927 penny with full red luster, graded MS-66 or higher, is especially rare and could command top dollar at auction. Adding to the allure of this coin is its connection to the roaring 20s era of economic prosperity, jazz, technological innovation, and profound cultural change in the United States. Holding a 1927 penny is like holding a small piece of that vibrant decade. It's a coin that might have passed through the hands of a newsboy in New York, a factory worker in Chicago, or a schoolteacher in rural America. Every scratch and dent on a circulated penny tells a story, and every uncirculated one preserves a moment in time. For many collectors, its historical resonance is just as important as the metal or design. It's about capturing a tangible connection to the past. Even more intriguing are the potential errors and varieties associated with the 1927 wheat penny. Some rare examples have been found with minor die cracks, off-center strikes, or repunched mint marks from other years, though the 1927 version from Philadelphia officially has no mint mark. Errors caused during the minting process can make a coin extremely desirable to collectors. A known double die obverse or misaligned die strike, even if subtle, can add hundreds or even thousands of dollars to the coin's value, depending on severity and visibility. Because of this, collectors often inspect their 1927 pennies with magnifying lenses, hoping to uncover hidden features that elevate the coin's worth. The 1927 penny. Acacia also plays a vital role in the larger story of Lincoln wheat cents, which were produced from 1909 to 1958. These coins bridged to world wars, the Great Depression, and immense social and political change in America. The transition from wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959 marked the end of an era, making earlier coins like the 1927 wheat penny increasingly collectible. Many collectors seek to build full sets of wheat pennies by date and mint mark, finding a high-quality 1927 example is often one of the more difficult and expensive tasks in completing such a collection. But the coin's true, its value goes beyond the marketplace. For passionate numismatists, the 1927 wheat penny is a reminder of the thrill of the hunt, the satisfaction of discovery, and the enduring beauty of coin artistry. Whether uncovered in a family heirloom collection, purchased at auction, or found tucked in an old piggy bank, this penny embodies the spirit of numismatic adventure. It also serves as a powerful educational tool, teaching newcomers about minting processes, historical context, and the critical importance of coin preservation. As more people begin to explore the world of coin collecting in 2025 and beyond, rare finds like the 1927 wheat penny continue to inspire fascination, curiosity, and deep appreciation for the past. Today, the numismatic market remains robust. With a growing global interest in U.S. coins and historical collectibles, online marketplaces, live auctions, and grading services have made it easier than ever to buy, sell, and authenticate rare coins, bringing greater visibility and demand to key issues like the 1927 wheat penny. Its current market value, up to $6,400 for top-graded specimens, is a testament to its enduring appeal. While common circulated examples can still be acquired for under $10, it is the well-preserved, untouched coins that turn heads and spark bidding wars. With each passing year, the supply of pristine examples dwindles, making the 1927 wheat penny not only a treasured, collectible, but also a sound long-term investment for serious collectors. In conclusion, it's the 1927 no mint mark Lincoln wheat penny is far more than just a 1-cent coin. It is a gateway to history, a symbol of American resilience, and a rare artifact of cultural and numismatic importance. With its elegant design, historical depth, and impressive value, reaching up to $6,400 in the current collector's market, this coin continues to be a prized possession for those fortunate enough to own it. Whether you're an experienced numismatist or a curious beginner, the 1927 wheat penny reminds us that sometimes the smallest pieces of metal can carry the greatest stories and the highest rewards. Next up, the 1970 no mint mark quarter dollar is one of those fascinating coins that combines American history, numismatic intrigue, and collector passion into a single piece of metal. Issued in a time of significant political and economic change, this quarter represents not just a unit of currency, but a tangible relic of a shifting America. While quarters minted in Philadelphia in 1970 typically do not bear a mint mark, making this no mint mark designation standard, certain variations, rare errors, and condition-sensitive pieces have skyrocketed in value, making some examples worth as much as $1,400 in the collector market today. The quarter, part of the Washington series first released in 1932, features the iconic profile of George Washington on the obverse, designed by John Flanagan. This design has become one of the most recognizable in American coinage. The reverse displays a heraldic eagle with wings spread, clutching arrows and olive branches, a symbol of strength and peace that further reinforces the historical weight of this coin. The 1970 issue stands out because it came at the end of an era. These coins were made from a 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel-clad composition. As silver had been completely removed from circulating quarters by 1965, as a result, there is no silver content in the 1970 quarter, yet its appeal to collectors lies not in its material, but in its rarity, condition, and some peculiar and highly desirable minting errors. One such anomaly that brings enormous attention to the 1970 quarter is the elusive 1970s proof quarter struck on a 1941 Canadian quarter planchette, a dramatic minting error that shocked the numismatic community when first discovered. Although this particular coin bears an S-mint mark indicating San Francisco, its discovery brought renewed interest to all 1970 quarters, including the no-mint mark Philadelphia issues. Some collectors began looking closely at these coins, hoping to find similar mistrikes or planchette errors, which significantly boosted the desirability of even standard-issue quarters from this year. Additionally, the transition into the 1970s marked a period where the U.S. Mint faced rising production costs and intense scrutiny over coinage quality, leading to a number of improperly struck or poorly preserved examples escaping into circulation. In high grades, particularly MS65 and above, or proof-like strikes with sharp details and pristine surfaces, the 1970 no-mint mark quarter becomes a treasure, with collectors willing to pay up to $1,400 for the best-preserved specimens. Beyond condition, collectors value coins for their scarcity and historical relevance. The 1970 no-mint mark quarter dollar was issued at a time when the U.S. Mint was transitioning in technology, experimenting with new dies and trying to meet growing demand across the nation. As a result, some 1970 quarters featured doubling effects, misalignments, and other minor but highly sought-after die varieties. Even slight doubling on the word Liberty or the date can significantly increase a coin's market price. Additionally, collectors prize coins that show a full strike, with clear, bold details on Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers, which are harder to find than one might expect due to worn dies or hurried minting processes. Coins that were kept out of circulation, stored in original mint sets, or preserved in climate-controlled environments tend to command the highest prices in the marketplace. The Numismatic Guarantee Company, NGC, and Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, two of the most respected third-party grading services, have reported increasing demand for 1970 quarters, and high-grade examples with flawless surfaces and strong eye appeal are now fetching thousands in auctions and private sales. Another interesting aspect that fuels the desirability of this coin is its place in broader collecting trends. Modern collectors are beginning to turn their attention to clad coins, a category that was long ignored in favor of earlier silver issues. As a result, the 1970 quarter is being reevaluated, not just as common pocket change, but as a potential key coin in high-grade Washington quarter sets. Registry set collectors, those who assemble graded sets in a competitive format, often pay a premium for top population coins, meaning examples with the highest known grades. A no-mint mark 1970 quarter graded MS67 or MS68 with full details and no imperfections can become a centerpiece of such a collection, commanding astonishing values that seem disproportionate to their face value, but perfectly rational in the realm of numismatics. It's also worth noting that the 1970s were a time when coin collecting surged in popularity across the United States. Many Americans began saving coins, especially those that seemed unusual or dated. This created a culture of casual collecting that, decades later, has matured into a full-blown appreciation for these mid-century pieces. Today, baby boomers and Gen X collectors are revisiting the coins of their youth with renewed nostalgia, further inflating the market for high-quality 1970s coinage, including the 1970 quarter dollar, for a coin without silver content and no visible mint mark. Achieving a $1,400 valuation seems astonishing, yet this price point is well supported by real-world auction results and sales data. Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers to premier auction houses for rare coins have documented multiple instances of 1970 quarters, particularly those in superb gem mint state or with recognized mint errors, selling in the $1,000 to $1,500 range. The demand is real, fueled by collectors eager to complete high-end sets or acquire the very best examples of an otherwise common coin. While millions were minted, only a fraction survive in top condition today, making these well-preserved pieces scarce and valuable. Numismatic forums are filled with discussions about subtle die varieties, weak strikes, and uncirculated examples. The hunt for the perfect 1970 no-mint mark quarter remains alive and well. Social media platforms, YouTube coin channels, and TikTok numismatics creators are even pushing a new generation to examine their change jars, hoping to discover a hidden gem worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. This resurgence in interest has also prompted educational efforts about how to properly identify and grade coins. Collectors are advised to look for certain diagnostics, such as strong rims, minimal contact marks, clear devices, the raised elements on the coin, and smooth luster across the coin's surface. Coins exhibiting original mint luster, that cartwheel-like shine seen when the coin is rotated under light, are typically the most valuable. Toning, or the natural color changes that occur over time due to exposure to air, can either enhance or diminish a coin's appeal, depending on the pattern and collector preference. While some prefer blast white quarters, others may pay a premium for naturally rainbow-toned examples. Ultimately, the 1970 no-mint mark quarter embodies a perfect storm of historical context. Changing collector tastes, minting anomalies, and condition rarity that elevates it well above its face value. In conclusion, the 1970 no-mint mark quarter dollar, while once a simple piece of American currency, has transformed into a valuable collector's item capable of reaching $1,400 or more depending on condition, strike quality, and unique characteristics. Its historical significance as part of the Washington Quarter series, combined with collector enthusiasm for high-grade clad coins and occasional mint errors, gives it lasting appeal in the world of numismatics. For those lucky enough to find one in uncirculated or mint state condition tucked away in an old collection, this coin could prove to be a small but powerful treasure. With continued interest and rising market demand, the 1970 no-mint mark quarter stands as a shining example of how ordinary change can hold extraordinary value, a true testament to the hidden gems that lie within everyday currency. Next up, the 1981D Washington quarter is a fascinating piece of American coinage that often hides in plain sight yet holds remarkable value for collectors and numismatists alike. Minted at the Denver Mintaz, denoted by the small d mint, mark located on the obverse front of the coin just to the right of George Washington's ponytail, this quarter may seem like any ordinary piece of pocket change, but certain varieties, particularly those in pristine, uncirculated, or air-laden conditions, can command impressive figures in today's coin market. Among the most astonishing examples, some 1981D quarters have been sold for as much as $2,400. Driven by rarity, impeccable condition, historical significance, and collector demand. To understand why the 1981D quarter has become a highly sought-after coin, it's essential to look into its historical context. The early 1980s was a transitional period in American coinage. Although the coin's design remained consistent with the traditional Washington quarter introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. By 1981, the mint was dealing with changes in metallic composition, minting techniques, and increasing public interest in numismatics. The 1981D quarter was made of a clad composition copper, sandwiched between layers of nickel standard 4 quarters. It's produced after 1965. It has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters and weighs 5.67 grams. Though this composition was standard, high-quality minting was not always guaranteed. Many of these coins entered circulation immediately, quickly acquiring wear and tear. Despite the fact that millions of 1981D quarters were produced, only a small fraction survived in uncirculated condition, and even fewer remained in grades high enough to attract serious collectors. Coins that have been professionally graded by services such as the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC) at MS67 or higher are considered especially valuable. These coins display sharp strike details, lustrous surfaces, and no signs of handling or wear. It's this rarity and condition, rather than mintage figures alone, that propels the coin's value to levels like $2,400 or more at auction. Another compelling reason behind the increasing market value of the 1981D quarter is the presence of certain minting errors or anomalies. Collectors are always on the hunt for doubled dies, off-center strikes, broad strikes, or coins struck on the wrong planchet. These errors occur during the production process and are typically rare, making them highly collectible. A 1981D quarter, with a noticeable double die error on Washington's eye, inscriptions, or eagle feathers on the reverse could elevate its price drastically. A well-documented error can instantly transform a common coin into a one-of-a-kind rarity worth thousands. Moreover, the Denver Mint's coinage in the early 1980s is known for having subtle variations in die quality. Some collectors have reported slight inconsistencies in the positioning of mint marks, edge reading, and rimmed field transitions. These subtleties create varieties that specialized collectors love to catalog and acquire. A quarter with a repunched mint mark RPM, or machine doubling, can often be worth several times more than its face value. In some cases, the premium can stretch into four figures. Depending on how dramatic and rare the error is, the allure of the 1981D quarter also lies in its nostalgic and historical significance. This was a time before widespread debit card use, and coins were still central to everyday commerce. Many Americans today remember handling these coins in the 1980s, adding a layer of personal and cultural memory that increases the coin's emotional and collectible value. As these coins disappear from daily use due to attrition, hoarding, or being set aside by collectors, the remaining high-quality pieces become even more precious. Collectors seeking to acquire or sell a high-grade 1981D quarter should pay close attention to the grading process. Certification by a trusted authority like PCGS or NGC adds legitimacy and enhances the coin's resale potential. A coin graded MS67 or higher, free from contact marks, blemishes, and weak strikes, it's a rare find that can easily fetch $1,500, $2,400, or more depending on the specific auction or buyer interest. This is especially true if the coin has additional pedigree factors, such as being part of a famous collection or featured in a numismatic publication. What further boosts the 1981D quarter's reputation in the numismatic world is its accessibility combined with its hidden potential. Unlike ultra-rare coins that only elite collectors can obtain, the 1981D quarter may still be found in pocket change, old collections, or family coin jars. The thrill of discovering such a valuable coin in an unexpected place fuels interest among new collectors and enthusiasts, keeping demand high. In fact, many online communities and YouTube channels have featured stories of ordinary people who stumbled upon valuable 1981D quarters, which has only increased the curiosity surrounding this coin. The increasing market demand has also made the 1981D quarter a target for counterfeits, especially when dealing with high-grade or error examples. It's vital for buyers and sellers to deal with reputable numismatic dealers or auction houses when engaging in transactions involving this coin. Coins accompanied by verifiable certification are far more trusted and typically bring in higher bids in the broader context of U.S. coin collecting. The 1981D quarter represents the perfect bridge between modern and classic coinage. It's modern enough to be relatable and potentially found in circulation, yet it has enough historical distance and conditional scarcity to be valuable. This makes it a perfect candidate for beginner collectors looking to start a valuable collection, or experienced numismatists seeking hidden gems from the late 20th century. As of 2025, the market continues to reflect growing interest in coins from the 1980s, with more focus being placed on overlooked coins that have aged into semi-classic status. Coins like the 1981D Washington quarter, once considered common, are now gaining new appreciation as collectors realize how few exist in truly exceptional condition. With inflation and growing global collector demand, especially from emerging numismatic communities in Asia and Europe, coins like this are likely to increase in value in the years to come. In conclusion, the 1981D quarter is much more than a simple 25-cent piece. It's a piece of American history that has quietly aged, into a valuable collector's item. Whether due to rare varieties, brilliant uncirculated condition, or the historical intrigue of early 1980s coin production, this coin continues to surprise and excite collectors,